7 years under the umbrella of Steward Health Care, it appears Glenwood will soon have a new owner. It's part of Steward's bankruptcy proceedings. In an exclusive interview, Mallory West and Kristen Hodges spoke with Glenwood's interim president about what this means for the hospital.
Relief is coming. Stability and predictability is coming.
Glenwood's interim president John Turton says the months of uncertainty at Glenwood are over. The hospital is looking forward to its new prospective owner, American Health Care Systems. Documents show American Health Care Systems bid for Glenwood as part of Steward Health Care's Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. AHS currently owns medical facilities and hospitals in North Carolina and Illinois.
So our new owner, American Health Care Systems, has not yet been here to introduce themselves. However, as a young company, they have a reputation for serving community hospitals and leading community hospitals in communities like us. It appears that he is a very sharp business person with a known legacy for serving health care in local communities.
If American Health Care Systems bid is certified by a judge on July 31st, Glenwood's transition to a new owner could take around 4 months. That includes time to complete all the necessary documents and a handover. Turton says as the new prospective owner comes on board, Glenwood is open to serve the community.
Glenwood is the same great place inside our doors and windows. It has the right amount of staff to care for you, it has the supplies to care for you, and you can trust your local hospital. Many members of our community have shied away from Glenwood during this difficult time period. I would like to encourage the community to continue their support and know that they can trust the caregivers here. This is a fully staffed emergency room we're in today. We are fully staffed in the ORs and cath labs.
Turton says Glenwood is even hiring additional nurses through this transition.
I think one of the things that we look forward to with American Health Care Systems is being able to restore our relationship with the medical staff that has trusted Glenwood Regional Medical Center for their location and their preference for where they care for their patients at. We have to earn that again and work with the local physicians that practice in Ouachita Parish and allow them to feel comfortable, safe, and supported with the proper amount of staff, supplies, and equipment to provide care for them. And then I believe that many of those physicians will choose to return to Glenwood and care for their patients here at this hospital.